Luka Doncic just became the Lakers' biggest problem, and it ain't on the court. Because when NBA teams start looking at your franchise superstar and saying, if this thing goes sideways, we want him, Laker fans better start paying attention. ESPN's Tim MacMahon, and he was asked about Luka's situation in Los Angeles, and he basically said, you better believe teams around the league are watching. MacMahon said, you better believe there's teams around the league that are looking at that situation and saying, hey, if things go sideways, we're sure like to get Luka in midway through his prime. And when you think about it, why wouldn't they? Look at what's happening around this Lakers franchise. The Buss family just agreed to sell its remaining 18% stake to Bob Iger and Josh Kushner, right? Although Jeanie Buss is fighting that move and says she doesn't approve the sale. Meanwhile, you got Mark Walter, who had bought control and ownership of the Lakers just last year. He now selling the stake for a reported $12.5 billion. You know, that means that the Lakers are potentially going through 2 ownership changes in roughly a year. And speaking of Mark Walters, his business dealing, you know, they came under FBI scrutiny while being the owner of the Lakers. So I don't know if that's going to add another layer of uncertainty around this franchise. So let me get this straight. Laker fans, I was told that LeBron was the damn circus. Y'all tried to tell me that LeBron was supposedly the distraction. LeBron was supposedly the reason everything around the Lakers was always drama. LeBron is gone, though. And somehow the Lakers still got the circus. Now you got ownership drama. You got the Buss family beef at it again. A new ownership group coming in. A franchise identity basically potentially changing. And sitting right in the middle of all this BS is your 27-year-old superstar who was supposed to be the face of the next decade. I'm talking about Luka. That's why I'm telling you, Laker fans, y'all better panic. Not because Luka is leaving now, not because he secretly wants out or nothing like that, but because the Lakers cannot afford to give Luka any reason to question what he signed up for. Do y'all not understand that? The Lakers traded for Luka to make him the bridge from the LeBron era into the next Lakers era. So everything around him needs to scream and yell competition, stability, and winning. Not who owns us next or who's running the team or who's fighting with who or, you know, what does this new ownership want? What happens to Jeanie? Because at the end of the day, Luka already showed Dallas that loyalty in the NBA ain't permanent. And now you got rival teams openly watching what's going on with the Lakers. I think that should scare the fans because the biggest threat to Luka in Los Angeles might not be another superstar. It might be the actual team themselves, giving him a reason to believe somewhere else might make more sense. And believe me, bro, if that happens, the Lakers got a big problem. Losing Luka Doncic just wouldn't mean losing the player. It wouldn't mean just losing the player after LeBron. It means the entire post-LeBron plan could collapse before it even got started. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Laker fans shouldn't panic because Luka is leaving. Maybe Laker fans should panic because the rest of the NBA is already preparing for the possibility that he could leave. And to me, that's just really scary. Seven Mitchell here. This is Lakers Land. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about rival teams really targeting and looking at what's happening with this Lakers organization. Is what's happening with this Lakers organization becoming a distraction? Could it, in effect, make Luka want to leave? What are y'all honest thoughts right now, man? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next video. I'm out. Peace.